Hi YouTube, it's Lisa for 40 Plus Buffed. I'm here to talk about food. Okay, food is in what's in your particular diet. So, because of the world we live in, and I'm talking about basically our society, you have a lot of options for food. Probably more than most people. One of the options and one of the things that I find readily available in our culture is processed and junk food. It's everywhere, so you can't avoid it. Certain people can live a completely wholesome life where, they don't introduce any types of bad foods into their diets. That is not the case for most of us. In fact, I eat junk food. Okay, it's probably a little different from what you would think it's junk food, but it's still junk food because it's processed. So what I did today, and maybe you can do this as well, and I'll put this up on the website, it's just a little exercise, and just to kind of get me thinking about some of the things that I do eat, which really don't add additional health value to my diet, but I have them nonetheless because I do like them, and I think it's important that we have things that we like. We just aren't controlled by those things, and we don't eat those things in excess. So one of the things that I do is that I do keep for myself in my cupboard things that I like to eat that are considered junk food, and I kind of took stock of what those things are. And you really have to get to the point where you, for yourself, need to decide if you can have those things in your environment and resist them, or if they can be there and you can kind of be as one, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, the junk food in your house, okay? So there are things that are in my house that I love to eat. I love to eat lots of fruit. And for those of you who aren't crazy about the fruit situation, you need to know that if you shop organic food tastes really good. So that may be an option if the fruit that you get and the vegetables that you get at your regular supermarket are just way too bland. Try organic. So I'll kind of start at the top of my junk food chain. Okay? And the things that I love to eat are potato chips. Well, I found that you can basically replace any type of junk food with a healthier version of the junk food. So I tried these cassava chips. Okay, these are Thai ginger. They're just potato chips, but they're made with cassava root. But I still get, my crunchy potato chip thrill off of them. The other thing that I love, are tortilla chips. But you can now get tortilla chips. You can see I'm eating those right out of the bag. Multigrain with sea salt, with flaxseed. Okay? But I still have my tortilla chips. Other little craving I get, cheese puffs. Okay? These you can get these baked, okay? There's still cheese puffs. There's still some saturated fat. Ooh, a little total fat, but not that much. Pretzels, another thing that I eat, but I didn't bring in for a little demo. Then kind of moving into the realm of like no return. Chocolate. So here's dark chocolate with raspberries. It's still chocolate. Don't fool yourself. It's chocolate. Sweet, delicious chocolate. But, just a little twist. Instead of getting like the toffee, candied up chocolate, I got a darker chocolate. And I got fruit in the chocolate. Still junk food, but just showing you. And then I like fruits. Sometimes you can't get fresh fruit, and sometimes you want something really sweet. As I kind of move to the other end of the food chain of junk food that I still like, but it's not that bad. Dried fruit. These mangoes This is sweet lemon mango. These are delicious, chewy, tangy. Just awesome. And then, when I really can't stand it and I need something really sweet, dates. Okay, dried dates. These are not dried. These are pitted dates. Dates, prunes. Those are really sweet. If you have a sweet fix or sweet tooth, you need to consider fruit and dried fruit. And then when you just get down to the bottom of it, I could eat fruit all day, every day, which I do, all year, which I do. So summertime's here, cherries. You can't eat too many of these. You know why. Anyway, cherries, sweet, delicious. All types of fruit. So if you take a look at all the bad stuff in your house, just gather it up, and you really kind of assess your junk food delirium. Okay, you need to understand if you are going for maybe your bad foods more so than the good foods. If you don't have enough control to kind of have that chocolate sit in the fridge when you're starving, then it needs to probably leave your space. But as you start to do things like work out and exercise and your body's starting to crave foods with higher nutritional value, you can kind of let these things kind of be in your realm so that they're there to give you a treat for those real special moments. But they're not controlling you. It's not something that you have to have. It's not something that you pick as a first choice. I'll go and eat an apple if I'm starving at night. A really sweet apple, and I love apples. So again, maybe when we start to think about diet and we start to think about food, you want to take stock of the foods that you have. And like I said, in our society, you just can't avoid junk food. You can't. It's everywhere. So just kind of look at what junk foods you have, what junk foods you crave, and maybe start to switch those out for healthier versions if you absolutely cannot live without them. And if you have large sizes of certain junk foods, maybe just a small sizing, a small portion of it. But more important for diet issues, definitely talk to a professional nutritionist, talk to your doctor, and if it's just something that you're kind of dealing with on your own, I think this is a good first step to kind of take stock of what you have and try to start to swap out, your dirty junk foods for your clean junk foods, if we can kind of do that with adjectives for junk food, because it's still junk food, But just a thought, and we will probably move on to something a little bit more serious, a little bit more in-depth and useful. But this is just to get you thinking about food, because a lot of my friends talk about food and how it impacts their lives and their body image, and it's kind of the first step to kind of recognizing who you are on the inside, okay? And that has to do with the types of foods you eat. Again, this is Lisa, 40 plus above. Tune in for exercise, health, diet, skin, hair, you name it, anti-aging, being the best that you can be at any age. Episodes. Have a great day, night, evening. Talk to you soon.